this whole engine loom all goes down to one loom inside the car. Power steering reservoir out. Oh, power steering fluid everywhere. Didn't want to do that. So here we are again, taking the engine out. I've taken the exhaust off already. Exhaust is there, the sexual beast that is that exhaust. Although it is annoying that it's all one piece. And this is the extent of the problem. Look at that, absolutely caked in oil. So what I've done so far is I've disconnected the wiring this side. As you can see, I haven't done any of the front end yet because last time I strategically cut the slam panel. So if I ever needed to take the engine out again, I can just remove it. This whole engine loom all goes down to one loom inside the car. All the loom for everything in this, including the gearbox, may I add, so you don't have to disconnect anything in the gearbox. All you've got to do is disconnect the selector lever. So the whole loom goes through this bit here. Now, I wish I'd knew this when I took the engine out the first time, but basically all you got to do, unbolt that and unbolt that. That then brings you to a loom. Now the loom is literally in a section under here. So what I'll do is I'll take the glove box out and I'll show you that. So this is the wiring. When you unbolt that waterproof cover, this is where the wiring's going. So you need to disconnect this one and you need to disconnect basically everything that's in here, which includes the ECU. I'm definitely getting rid of that because I'm pretty sure that's what engine in the first place. So again, to disconnect your ECU, pretty simple. I'll start from the easy one. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your ECU disconnected. So as you can see, that big chunk of wire is mainly the ECU. There are some other ones as well. So you've got this brown one, this yellow one you don't have to worry about, and there's some more tricky ones that are slightly up there. But all you got to do, follow the loom, and whatever is in that loom you have to unplug. Now I'm going to have to do this off camera because this is very, very fiddly. I'm not too sure how much of that you can see. So that is the loom that comes down here. So you've got that one which goes in there, then you've got this grey one, that grey one, that orange one, and that white one. And then when you've disconnected that, you can see that this entire loom is free. So just make sure it's free from any obstacles like this little wire here. And then you should be able to get from the top, pull that out. But obviously you don't just want to pull it out, you want to feed it out. Now we've got the wiring loom out there. Just need to take these screws in. So now the screws are out, this will literally just pop off, or should do. Okay, it's not just going to pop off, it's because I painted it. So as you can see, this loom here also goes to this. So when we take this off, that's going to damage that. So you just need to unclip that as well. Goes to your boost solenoid. So we'll have to disconnect that one as well. The less the damage you bet, the best. So that's being a right pain. There we go. So that, with some persuasion, will basically pull out. That loom goes straight through there. So just very, very delicately pull that out. If it's any resistance, stop. That is your whole wiring loom for the engine out. Don't have to touch any of the plugs on the gearbox, it will all come out together. Now I have told a little bit of a porky, even though the engine loom is out, I completely forgot to tell you about starter motor and power. Now, as you can tell, I've got no battery there. Now, in yours, unless you've done the relocation to the boot like I have, battery's there. So you can see here, I've actually got a junction box there. Now, my power goes all the way down here, through the arch, through here, around here, blah, 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 blah. So this power line actually feeds your starter motor as well. So you will need to disconnect your starter motor. You've got this here, that's your feed. So you just obviously make sure the battery is disconnected. You just need to crack that off, and then that wiring's out as well. It is a 12mm, so just get your 12mm spanner. That's the easiest way to do it. So that's your starter motor disconnected. So then I've got another wiring loom, which is that, which is going into all of this. Now, yeah, so it's not quite as simple as that's your entire wiring loom. I completely forgot, my bad, I've told you wrong. So you've got to disconnect all of this and take all of that out as well. Then that's the entire wiring. In fact, I'm not going to say that because I'm probably wrong about that as well. So let's disconnect these ones. Oh, that's annoying. Gonna have to take the power steering pump, power steering reservoir out. Didn't want to do that. Power steering reservoir out. Oh crap! Power steering fluid everywhere. Forgot about that. Get the wiring out. That's that lot out of the way. Put that back on the starter motor before I forget. See, forget. You watch. 20 quid as I drop this. Whee! I think I've lied to you again. I think there's more. Oh, right, yeah. There's more. No. Right, so this is a great how-to, isn't it? Right, so you've got to disconnect these two as well. God, there's so much oil everywhere. So now that's disconnected. Pull them two out. Now there is oil everywhere. Right, brilliant. I think that's all the wiring now. That's everything. So once you've got the amplifier out and everything else out, and the battery and the starter motor, that's the entire wiring loom. Which reminds me, throttle cable. So what we'll do is we'll wrap this up. Like I said, I want to do this in a several stage sort of removing the engine. So that's the wiring loom. What I'll do is I'll then do some more videos on other stuff. And then at the end of the rebuild, I'll do a complete video, but that's probably going to be 3-4 hours long. So please like and subscribe. You really don't know how much I would appreciate that. It really does help the channel. Obviously, then put all the notifications on as well, so you know when I've done my next video. I am in talks with some sponsors. I am getting some discount codes involved. I've got a Facebook group. I've actually got two. I've got Gorilla Garage, which is a bit of a community for a bit of everything. I've also got Toyota Sora owners as well. I know that's limiting it down to Soras, but all USC 300 and 400 guys, you're more than welcome to join. That is actually my group, so I'm trying to build up a worldwide community as well. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and just press those buttons.